Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome back to part 14 of the Castaway Challenge. We left off last time. We have a toilet, which is, I'm just going to spin us around a little bit. It is over here. So we have that, and we already had the bathtub, I think, the previous time. Now, so what we need to do is build the skills we need to be able to work our way off the island. Now, the first skill we need to build is the Mixology Skill, which I'm just looking for my page down button on my computer, because we need to get this door open. We get both our Sims to level 5 of the Mixology Skill, we will be able to unlock this door, which then gets us to a tunnel under the island to get across and get up. Those things are locked also, which we need to get to a certain level. But then we have this door that is also locked, and we need both of it, which is door 6, as you can see. That's door 6, and to be able to get through door 6, we need them both to have level 6 of the cooking skill. Now, one thing is that they have been both working on their cooking skill throughout the challenge, because whenever they had to make their food, they were able to work on their cooking skill. And on here, beyond here, there is a couple of things. For one thing, there is a fridge, which means that once we cook things on the barbecue, that is, which are group meals when you make them on the barbecue that we have unlocked, and it's over here, you will be able to put the meals into the fridge, which will have them stay good for a number of days. And the other thing that you need, so that's just a handy thing, and they have a couch, which might make them be able to, when we start building them a small home, we can have a couch in their home. And we also have a yoga mat. Now, to get to the next stage, we need them both to be level 5 of the wellness skill, and the wellness skill is something you can obtain by practicing yoga or doing yoga routines, which is something that you need that for. There is also a meditation stool in the game, not on the island, and that's another thing you can use to build your wellness skill. Though I have found personally that when I try and have them use the meditation stool, that if they are lower levels of the wellness skill, they get very bored using the meditation skill. But once they get to a higher level, perhaps 5, they find it interesting and useful to use, and they don't get the bored moodlet. I believe it's a bored moodlet. There's some type of negative moodlet, but I think that's what it is. I don't tend to have them meditate until they get to higher levels, so I have experienced it in early days, but not very often because I tend to avoid doing that. And then once we've got to level 5 of wellness for both of them, there's the door here that's locked to get to this table, which this was part of the add-on builds, and if we turn around, we'll see that is door 7. It's not actually showing very well. Perhaps I use move objects on, so maybe some of the lights. Oh no, that's 8. But whatever. Oh no, that's not 8. 8 is the last door. So door 7 gets you into here, and then you have to get your logic to level 5 for both of them to get to unlock door 8, which has some keys, and those keys are what you need to be able to get off the island, which we can just use a cheat and teleport them off the island, or we can build a bridge to get them off the island. I've seen a few summaries of the game where it wasn't actually videos, but it was just someone sort of summarizing their steps as they were doing it, and they built a little bridge to get them off the island. But they had built a small home. So this is the underworld to get here. And now this is door 5. And to be able to get into this sauna, which is something that came with Spa Day, you have to find, I believe it's 6 hidden vases that are located around the island. I assume you don't have to physically get into the locations where the vases are, that all you have to do is locate where the vases are, but we can't even get access to that until we get the Mixology Skill, because that is the first door you need to get through to get there is this door that is blocked to get to the underground stairs. And to be able to get to door 4, we need to have level 5 of Mixology for both of them. Now, I believe if I remember correctly, it's been a few days since I played this, I think they both love the outdoors. They do. So I am going to go downstairs and go into build mode. See, there's one of the vases. And but there's no point concentrating on the vases right now because we don't even have the door unlocked to get to that area. And I'm going to bring that up and bring it outside so that they can work on it outside because that's what they like to do. One advantage of not having seasons yet is that, you know, it makes it easy for them to be outside. Can you imagine doing this if there was like rain and snow? I guess we have access to the underground world now, so it wouldn't be quite so bad, but it would have been hard if you didn't. I'm trying to think of the best place for us to put this. I really want it out here. I guess for now we'll just stick it over there. The mixology itself is not very fun. So it would be good if it was near to the speaker. And I think I might get rid of a few more of these plants. He'll give us some money too. There. And that just might help us be able to move this. And hopefully they can listen to the radio there. I'm just going to delete that. We're going to need, even this is going to have to go because we want to build our house in this little area and this stuff is in the way. So we have, I brought that upstairs so they can start working on their mixology skill. Because really, they'll just continue working on their cooking skill just generally while they're working on their mixology skill because they do have to eat. So when we, obviously, Tatum is very tired. So she's sleeping over there and she will need to have a bath. And perhaps she can cook something when she gets up to work on her cooking skill. Let's just quickly check because I'm curious where they are with cooking. She is already at level 4, so she just needs 2 more levels, but it doesn't help her to get to level 6 until they're both level 5 of mixology. And he is level 3, almost level 4 of cooking. So let's just check his needs. They're okay. And I just realized I'm going to check their it is Sunday morning, and they will get new bills on Monday morning, usually around 10, but it does vary. I have noticed it varies. And they will probably be in the 10,000 plus range. And right now we have a bit more because we sold some of those plants. They have 13,167 simoleons. So it looks like they should be fine for paying their bills. We do need to keep an eye on to make sure that we harvest all of these plants because that will increase the value of the property. Harvest and sell all the plants before Monday morning so that we don't increase the value of the property anymore than necessary. But things like the bar and the this grill over here, they were already on the property, so they're not increasing the value of the property. We were already paying bills based on those. And if anything, we just sold some things, so the value of the property has gone down because bills in Sims 4 are based on the value of your property, this whole island, plus anything in their household or their personal inventory. So we should check their inventories to make sure that they don't have much of significance. And from what I'm seeing, they don't have anything. They have a few plants, but nothing worth too much, and no grapes. Grapes are what would be worth the most. And that was Tatum. And I don't see much in Corey's inventory either. We'll probably sell this mounted bass because we don't need it. But if we don't, it's not a big deal. But what I do see in his inventory is a cow plant berry. I'm just going to check. He has to do some emotional paintings, but since he's inspired, he can't do that. And the reason we're working on these various aspirations is to try and collect as many aspiration points as possible so that we can buy them traits. And at the moment, Corey has purchased the morning sim trait, which I don't believe I've specified clearly, but that allows Sims to build extra skill in the morning. And then the one we've had for quite a while, and the one I purchased first for him, was the night owl trait, which allows them to build extra skill at night. And the reason I had purchased that originally, and it still holds true, is to allow him to try and work on his handiness skill in the evenings and build his skill quicker. And I think I had just noticed that he seemed to be, their skills are, they tended to be up at night. And at the time they were sharing a bed, if I remember correctly, because I don't think we'd had unlocked that, but it doesn't really matter. But they were trying to stagger their they had to take turns sleeping because they only had the one single bed. Now the other thing is that we can make money on things we craft on the woodworking table, and the marketable trait that Tatum has also helps for things you craft on the woodworking table. But I had not purchased that trait for him because there is a handful of items that don't actually have an impact. And I think they're some of the things from, actually, I'm not sure, but there's a handful of things that when I've noticed in the past when I craft them, like things like the garden planters, if I remember correctly, they don't go up in value when you craft them, but other things are worth more. It's random. It depends on the quality of them, whether they're good or excellent or poor, but he shouldn't be doing anything poor because of his skill levels. So it might be one we might work for next because we have a toilet, so it's not that important for him to have a steel bladder. So, but he doesn't have enough points because that marketable trait costs 1,500. It would also mean that his paintings, when he does them, would be worth more. And since we're trying to have them earn money to pay their own bills on the island, even though that's not part of the challenge, but that's just how I like to play the game. It is useful to have that trait. And what I really wanted to do is I wanted to check where he was on the freelance botanist or the gardening aspiration. So he needs to reach level 6 of the gardening skill. And while he doesn't really need it per se, other than the overall goal of the challenge is to get as many skill points as possible, and you add up the skill points to that. So it does help you with that. But once he gets that level 6 of gardening skill, the next part of this aspiration is to achieve level 10, and we may or may not do that with him because we are really trying to get off the island, is to grow a cow plant and also to evolve 10 excellent plants. So that's the moment we're keeping the garden bigger because some of them are, like, this is great, this basil, plus it has grapes on it. I had spliced grapes onto some of the quicker growing plants. So the next stage after great is excellent. So we're pretty close to being excellent. So I think for the moment, I am actually going to have them listen to music, and I'm going to try and see if we can get to this level 6. And I'm going to have him plant because I think in the last episode, we caught a cow plant berry, and it's in his inventory, which I will have him plant. They will be able to they'll actually, if they wanted to, they could complete that aspiration completely, but more to the point, we can get the points from growing a cow plant berry. But all he needs to really do is to get to level 6 of his gardening skill to unlock the next tier, so that when we get the excellent plants, we'll be able to get all the points from that. Plus, we'll just get 500 points right off the bat for getting to a level 6 gardening skill. So, and we have the music, so he's listening to some music there. So I'm going to fast forward while he's gardening, and she was pretty tired, so she's going to sleep for quite a while. But I think she was dirty, so I'll let her take a bath. Now, one other thing is if we got both of them to level 5 of the guitar skill, which I think she may have the guitar in her inventory, so we will place it out so that if he wants to play, he can play over here. We unlock the shower downstairs, which I put the walls up, so I'm going to just go back into cutaway mode. And the shower is here, and this door is unlocked by both of them being level 5 of guitar skill. Now, they don't really need the shower because they do have the bath, and from the stats that are showing up on the screen when I hover over the bathtub, it shows that it gives you a hygiene of 4. It also gives you stress relief of 3, and then uncomfortable relief of 3. And the reliability is 8. And it's only a normal bathtub. So I'm wondering whether if I had him craft another one, whether the stats would be any better than what these ones are. So I probably should have him do that at some point when we have time. But right now we are also working on various other things. Now, if I go into build mode and check out what the stats are, I obviously won't be buying one, but just to go and see what the stats on this shower are, it says it has a hygiene of 3, which is actually lower than the bathtub we crafted, and it's discomfort relief of 1, and it's a reliability of 3. So our bathtub is actually better quality in terms of hygiene and the other factors than that shower. So it's not really that big a deal to unlock that shower, but like I did say, that part of the goal of the challenge is to get as many skills as possible, or skill levels as possible. And the lower skill levels do tend to be quicker to get than the higher ones. So if we did get him onto level 5, if we have that ability, then we could just get the shower. But it's not really that big a deal. I have found that the hygiene level means how long it takes them to get cleaned. So I've generally found that the baths are slower, but I think because it's level 3, the bath probably is quicker to get them clean because it's a level 4 and the shower is level 3. Now let's check him. I'm going to have him harvest everything and then maybe do some evolving. That is only good, so it's not that. Well, we already have an excellent one. So we have one excellent one, so she's probably got some points. And I think, yeah, I have had him harvest all, and then we'll have him spray for bugs. Like I said, the main thing, that plant must not have any bugs on it. Even though I see bugs all over the place, that specific plant mustn't have any bugs. So I'll have him keep going with that. And then we do want these plants harvested so that we can sell them to try and keep our bills lower. And I'm going to sell this mounted bass like I said I would. And then when he's finished doing all of that, I am going to have him plant the cow plant. He's close enough because once we grow the cow plant, it's right now it's worth 20 simoleons, and once it's grown, I think it's worth 475 simoleons. You can sell it through the household inventory, and I will do that because I find it's very easy to if you don't look after them properly, they die quite easily. So we're going to have him do that, and he's tense because he's unchallenged. Well, unfortunately, one of the things we need to get him challenged is we need that chess table. And I couldn't tell for sure when I looked at the pictures of the build. I think it probably had chairs, but we're going to have him craft the chairs that we need for them to use the chess table since he has that ability to do it. I figured we would make that something that he has to do. So we have that, and he is getting hungry. He's getting a bit tired. He's got some needs. They're not bad, but they're not great. But and look, he's almost, because is it morning? He should be having a benefit. He's getting a boost from the morning sim trait, so that means that his gardening is going to be going up. So he hopefully will get to level 6, and then after that, we just want to look after the garden because we can get quite a lot of value from the garden, particularly as the plants get higher quality. And honestly, if he gets to level 6 before he sprays for bugs, well, he's spraying for bugs right now. So we may not need to get him to spray all the bugs. We may just do that with the, have her do that. Just because we need to look after the garden so that we can get those qualities up. And one of the things we need to do is spray for bugs. I have a cat at the door. So I was getting up to do that. But he is continuing to garden. Something underneath. I hit with my chair. And there he goes. He is level 6. So I think we're going to leave that for now with him because that's all he needed to be able to get those points. And so now he has 1,750 aspiration points. So I am going to go into the rewards store and purchase that marketable trait. So that because he's going to do some more, he might do the odd painting and we will probably do some crafting on the woodworking table. So he may as well get that. Now to grow cow plant gives you 1,000 aspiration points. So that's really good. And if you look here at the evolved 10 excellent plants, it's already at 6 of 10. So we only need 4 more, and that will give him and her also 1,000 aspiration points. So just those two things will give them 2,000 aspiration points. So just having it there, but we don't need to keep it on there because of the fact that as long as once the cow plant is grown, you need to flip it over there to get the points. And then that's all you need. It doesn't have to be on it before it grows, if that makes any sense, if that's clear what I'm saying. But because he's going to actually work on his master mixologist, they have to own a bar and they have to own 2 bar stools, which we'll just have him craft those. And he's going to go to bed, so we'll let him do that. And he needs to mix 10 drinks. And right now, the only way to get their mixology skill up is to 1, mix drinks, and 2, practice making drinks. So hopefully she goes and has her bath. She is. And I just had a regular bath. You can have baths with soaks, which would give you various moodlets, which I can't quite remember what they are. I think the lavender foam makes them focused. The rose petals makes them flirty, and the muscle relaxing soak, I think, makes them energized, possibly. I'm not sure what the citrus soak does. That could also make them energized. Perhaps they both do. The muscle relaxing soak is also helpful if they are working out and whatnot, and they get a sore muscle from working out. That can help relieve that moodlet. And I think the milk, honey, and oatmeal soak, and they're all 30 simoleons, that makes them happy. That is one thing with the bathtub, is there's no way to get inspired using the bathtub that I'm aware of. However, with the shower, you can take a thoughtful shower, which will help them get inspired. But since we are on an island and we have outdoor retreat, which was necessary to do this particular challenge, they can just cloud gaze or stargaze to get inspired. So it's not really a big deal for that. And her guitar skill's high enough that I'm pretty sure she has the ability, yes, she has the ability right here to pluck some inspiration. So, but the fact is, it's very easy for her. Now, he just had a nap, and I really want him to go to sleep because he's tired, and he may as well just sleep a little bit because he needs to have a bath, and he needs to cook too. But we will have her, I think what I'm going to have her do is I'm going to have her eat a few things in her inventory. A couple of carrots. Now, are there any plantains? Did he harvest any plantains? Yes, he did. So I'm going to take the plantain, a couple of them, because we do need to still, I think part of the challenge is you still need to cook what, essentially ostensibly in your inventory. So I'm going to have her now cloud gaze because it's daytime. And then I'm going to have her grill because he's hungry too. So he has the ability to grill. So we could make fried fish if we catch a fish, which we don't have at the moment because, as we know, we have to do that when they're fresh. But she can make grilled fruit because that requires having apple and plantain, which we have both of those things. So we can do that. I don't think anything else. They don't have potatoes on the island. So I think you're supposed to make the things that you have. And we're never going to be able to make a shish kebab because we don't have tomatoes, and we're never going to have an insect. And those things are things that, they technically wouldn't have. So really the only things, it'd be nice if they had potatoes so that they could have made baked potatoes. But we can have them make grilled fruit there. I don't know if that's part of the challenge or not. But so she was on there, and she needs to complete 4 more excellent paintings because she's done 6 of 10. I am going to switch her over to the food aspiration. In this case, I'm going to do the Master Chef. There's no way we can complete it, but we can at least get the first tier done, which is to cook 2 meals while inspired, and we just had her become inspired by cloud gazing. And then she needs to cook 5 excellent meals, and that's just, whether or not they're good quality. I think the produce, she wants to kiss Corey. We will pin that. She wants to jam on the guitar. So we will have her. So it may be excellent because I believe both the apple and the plantain are very good quality. So that will make it easier. And the fact that she's inspired will make it easier. And the fact that her cooking skill is reasonable because she, if I remember correctly, was already at level 4 of cooking. And she's just about to be level. So she can, and it was excellent. So we did make that. But now that we've done that, we're not going to just cook because it's not as much of a rush on the cooking skill as is the mixology. So we're going to have her come and mix some drinks. So I guess here, really, you wouldn't be able to make a drink because you don't have the ingredients. But we'll just pretend that they do. We're going to make a drink, and she doesn't have any skill, so she can only make the lower level ones, and it doesn't really matter. Some of the ones that came with Get Together don't take very long to actually make, so I'm trying to look for some of the original, like Juice on the Rocks. I'll have her do that. And I'll have her do a few of those. Well, not a few of those necessarily, but a few of those types. Zebra Fizz, I remember that was an original one from the base game. And then we're going to have her make a buffalo wing tea. Just she needs to make 10, so we'll have her continue that way. And I don't know how long it'll take her to get to level 2 of the mixology skill, which will unlock more drinks for her to make. And at the moment, she doesn't need to make them of any good, decent quality. So they just have to be made. But one thing is that as they level up in their drinking they're drinking their, their mixology skill. If they make the drinks from the higher levels, it should boost their skill quicker than making the lower level ones. So as she gets up so much, I don't know what she did with that plate. I was going to throw it away for her. Maybe it's in her inventory. I don't see where it is. It'll start stinking soon enough, so she'll do it at that point. So, and that's actually not fun. Now that I did all of that, I should probably have her listen to music. I'm going to cancel these so she can listen to music. And we do need to get rid of all those bugs so before they get really too bad. Yeah, and of course she's going to try and drink her drink. I don't particularly want her to do. I'll do a fever fizz. Let's see. Can she put that down? Of course, I think we need him to do a bit of crafting. We only have one bar anyways. So now we can actually sell that, and it's worth 9, but to put it in the garbage is worth nothing. So I don't remember what it cost us to make that drink, and it doesn't really matter. You can make money on your drinks. It probably wasn't an excellent drink. So we'll have her continue with that. And then, of course, just every time, this is the problem with making the drinks, is every time they make a drink, they keep, Wrench will do that next. They keep trying to drink it. And I don't think she's hungry, so she really shouldn't be. Okay, no, we don't want you to drink it. It's going to be a fight every time. Okay. Every time she goes, she's going to want to drink it, and we're going to take it away, and that was worth 16 simoleons. Have her make another drink. That's where just practicing mixing drinks, you don't have to fight with them. So the juice on the rocks was worth 10 simoleons. We'll do a buffalo wing tea. I'll go fast forward a little bit while we're doing this. And she's again trying to drink the drink. Maybe I should just let her drink a drink, and then maybe she won't try and drink other drinks. I'm not sure. Excellent wrench, and it's worth 15. Oh, she's almost at level 2. That would be good. So she'll get. I just figure we may as well make the drinks to get this. It's not very many points, but we get it done. Okay, stop drinking the drink. And she got to level 2. Now, level 2 means that she has learned the tang and zing and wrench recipes. She also learned some other tricks, and she can talk to others about drink making. Now, this buffalo wing tea is excellent, and it was worth 25 now that we've sold it. So I think these bugs are annoying me because I can hear them. I don't know that you can hear it. I may not pick it up, but they're buzzing. I want her to spray. And since she's already listening to music, that should help with that. And I see some plants are ready to evolve, and as I was mentioning, we do want to get them to evolve to excellent at least to be able to get the aspiration for that point. But also, this is already excellent, but it'll just get the higher on the evolution scale, which evolving just means you're going from, you're improving the quality of the plant. The higher up on this scale, the more they will be worth. The more what the produce or the harvestables that come off them will be worth. So he harvested 99 plus grapes, because that's as many as they'll show in your inventory. And we see one of them is worth 31. So that's worth 3,608 simoleons. We will sell those. And we will sell the strawberries too, because the things we need to cook with are the apples and the plantains. So they're worth, there's quite a few of them, and they're worth 638, which is still a decent amount. And as they go up, as you can see, the grapes are worth the most. But some of the plants we did is we actually grafted them onto quicker growing plants. So that means that, quicker growing and better quality plants to a certain extent. So that means that we get more grapes quicker. Oh no, I don't want him to evolve. He's sleeping. What are his needs? He's grungy and he's hungry. I think I'm going to have him wake up because I think he slept enough. I'm going to have him eat first before that goes bad, and then I'm going to have him take a bath. There we go. And I think I'd like to have him. So he wants to make an excellent drink. We can work on that. But not sure. There's so many things we can do. I think it would be good for him to do a dining table and some chairs so that we can sit and eat our dinner and have somewhere other than the ground to put our food. So I'm going to have him make a dining table. But before I do that, I am just going to quickly check to make sure they don't have anything that's been crafted. So they already have a chair, so that's good. We'll use that. And I put that cot back in the inventory. That was there because it was in my way. So I am going to have him craft a dining table. I'm going to have him then listen to some music so that he gets some fun while he's doing that. And because they're both busy doing their things, I'm going to go on to fast ultra speed. Oh, he actually needs to go to the bathroom too. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to cancel those and let him go to the bathroom. And I will have him craft that dining table so that we have somewhere to put our food and have him listen to music. Right. So he's having a bath. I should have had him go to the toilet before he had the bath, but whatever. It is what it is. And I just realized I forgot to put a timer on, so I'm not actually sure how long I've been recording. Maybe we'll record for another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll leave it off. So she's started her mixology. She's now at level 2, and we are trying to getting a bit tired. Gardening. I'm partially thinking about whether I should. That's excellent already. Whether I should downsize the garden a little bit. I don't know that we need the apples and the plantains because they give us something that we can cook. And obviously all of the grapes, be it individual grapes or spliced onto grapes, they are good. But I kind of want to just get that. So we have 10 excellent plants. So we have done that. So once we've got that, I'll get him to mark that off on his trait, on his aspiration. Now, how come it doesn't show up for him? Usually it shows up. You don't have to individually. Maybe Sure. Normally, if you evolve plants just on the property, then it'll trigger for all of them. And for some reason, he's only showing 6, even though she has 10. So I wonder if he did a few evolves, whether that might trigger it for him. Because I've never had that happen where they're not the same. I've always had them that if one person evolves it, they all get it. Which is why sometimes it's good when you're doing multi-traits for the whole family that it works well. So now I'm sure this is going to be bad, so I'm just going to throw it away. Oh, there it is. It's buried. I think the plant's buried there. The plate is, I think, in that plant, from what I can see. It's sparkling there, and it shouldn't be. So I'm going to get rid of these, and this is in my... Oh, that was a coffee table. They don't seem to be using it. Maybe it was because of the, I'll keep it, because it says it's a rocking coffee table. But I think because of the plants were around it, they couldn't use it, because they didn't put anything on it. I find, I can't throw that. I meant to click on the build mode, sorry, to go back to live mode. I'll throw that away. And the trash plant is just normal. So, try. She's getting very tired. She has a night owl skill. You know what I think I'm going to have her do? I'm going to have her stop doing that, even though I wanted them all done. Now that cow plant needs to be watered, so I will have her water that quickly. And I think I know what the thing is with him. No, it isn't showing the excellent plants. That is very strange. Normally, I've never had that happen before. So either that's been patched, that it no longer works that way, or it's just a glitch in this particular game file. So I'm going to have her do a couple of drinks. So I'm going to put her back on the Master Mixologist aspiration because I'm going to do a level 2 drink in hopes that it will do that just to get another drink. And it's just because she right now has the night owl trait, so her skills will build quicker. I don't actually want you to water everything. I just wanted you to water the cow plants. So that's fine. Have you harvested? Nothing that significant in her inventory, but we may as well sell the basil. We don't need it, and they don't seem to have anything they can cook with it. Not on the barbecue. You actually, they don't have any counters. They have a fridge, which lets you put food away. But without a counter, you can't prepare anything. But mind you, you need tomatoes too. They don't have tomatoes here. He's focused. I will let him harvest everything. Has she drank that? I don't know if she drank it, but she can go to bed. She actually didn't drink it. It was only normal quality. She's pretty tired, so we'll let her go to bed. Now, I'm going to have him make a drink. I'm going to have him make a zebra fizz. See, now he's got to 10 excellent plants. I've never had that happen. So either they've changed it or it's just something with this game file. I've always had it that if they've been evolved on the property, that it counts for everybody in the household. So we'll leave that for now. We'll go back to food, Master Mixologist. That isn't ready to evolve. We'll have him do that tomorrow. So I'm just double checking. Does he have? Yes, he has a night owl trait because it's night. So that. It'll go for a couple of hours, and since other than he needs some social, he's doing okay. We'll have him. He still listens to music, so I don't need to set that up. So we're going to make some more drinks, and it would be better if he was inspired while he was making these drinks. So we will go. Got the fight on again. I'll have him make that one, and then you know what? It's just easier to do practice making drinks. I'm going to just have them practice making drinks. He wants to make an excellent drink. I'm not sure how likely he is to make an excellent drink because his mixology skill is like the base. I will sell these for 76 for 4 grapes. There. And of course he's going to try drinking it again. No, you're not allowed to drink it because I'm a big meanie and won't let you drink the drinks that you made. And it's normal also. You can try making some excellent drinks later. For now, we're just going to try and have him skill built by practicing making drinks. And then he will be more likely to make an excellent drink if he's at a higher level of that skill. So I guess that's it for today. So he's sorry, get the names right. Corey is working on his mixology skill, and he's doing it right now because he has the night owl trait, which will boost his skills at night. That'll probably go to shortly after midnight. I don't really pay that much attention, but as long as he has it, we'll have him work on mixology, and then we'll probably just have him go to bed to maybe get his. So maybe there's no point having him go to bed. Maybe just because he's totally fully rested. So we may as well just have him keep working on this skill until he needs to do something else, because they both need to be level 5 to be able to get that door open, and they also will need to beyond that door to get to the other side. They also need level 6 of their cooking, and he's at level 3, almost 4, and she's at level 4, I believe. So really we need to work on both those skills right now, because the mixology skill is needed to be able to get to where the cooking skill is needed. So they need to do that to be able to get to the cooking door, but the Mixology Skill doesn't really open up much other than the access to the door with cooking, which gets you to the wellness and so on and so on. So that's it for today. I will put it into pause. When we come back, obviously Corey will continue with his mixology, because right now he has that night owl trait, which is boosting his skills, and Tatum is sleeping because she's tired. So we'll leave it there for today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!